Just about set for football as we welcome you to SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the LA Chargers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through, we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Again, they'll go with Haskins. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. Oh, Holcomb in on the tackle.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. Shotgun now for Herbert.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Short throw taken in by Disley. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Herbert. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
To return is Williams. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. And let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Second down, Rodgers. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A gain of 13
It's a pickup of 13 yards.
Steelers.
That's a Steeler first down. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Dayon Henley on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 6. On play action, Rodgers. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41.
It's a gain of 17
17
yards.
yards,
First
the
down,
gain there.
Pittsburgh.
Good for a Steeler first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
First down.
13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right, taking off, he'll try to get there. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in, you think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Warren. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, after the failures of the 1st and 2nd down, you got to look now at your 3rd down call sheet. Every play caller has a section, must-have-it plays, critical downs. I say this one falls in that category, and we'll see what they have up their sleeve.
3rd and goal for Aaron Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to Gainwell. A second effort, and he is in. Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Steelers. Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead.
Steelers 7, Chargers nothing. Chris
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Darius Davis to return it. Now an opening has the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own
the Chargers offense
line.
ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. That was good for 29.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On the ground, here's Haskins. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Herbert. That's complete. It's Lad McConkey. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action now. Herbert. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be forced out of bounds.
A gain of 19 yards.
About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space. And
making guys miss. And he's in. Kamani Vidal. Touchdown Chargers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. Has an opening, past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First downs.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll run the draw with Warren. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
The best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly, hands the ball off to the back, big pickup.
Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
35-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. That's caught right side. It's fired. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
From the gun, Rodgers. He finds Metcalf on the slant. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
A gain of 12.
A pickup of 12 yards.
First down.
That's a Steeler first down. They'll run it right here with Warren. And he's in! Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. On the give, basket. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the charge.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert on the bootleg. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On the carry, it's Haskell. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
First and 10 at the
And with the ball on your
46-yard
side of
line.
the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the first down anyway.
Here's Haskell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Pickup of the 11 yards on that one. And the Chargers have the first down.
Chargers first down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down?
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. And despite a nice juke, they're going to get a yard to show 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Herbert to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
It's now
the best
3rd
defenders
and 9.
can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking them down for a loss.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended target that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Williams now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard
The Steelers'
line.
offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Metcalf reels it in on the right side.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Rodgers to throw. He's got a man. It's Metcalf. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
He'll tuck it and take off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. Open man downfield is Freiermuth. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Gain on the play.
They get 24 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
A carry here for Warren. Good instinctive running there, spinning forward. Gain of about 7.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw is Rodgers. He'll step up and run. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
At the 1-yard line.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
Their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3 for 3. It is 1st and goal. Warren. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They'll run with Warren. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout to talk things over before 3rd down. Pittsburgh. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers are out to a 21-10 lead.
Chargers 10.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Chargers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Aside, he's got the tight end, Disley. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
At the 24-yard line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Highsmith.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping them.
The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. Oh, what a throw. Swinging it across his body and complete. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
A gain of 18.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got his man at the 6. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5.
1st and goal.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. The shotgun, it's A-Rob. Good blocking, and he's in. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Steelers. That his second touchdown tonight.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Chris Boswell,
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Herbert now on first down. He'll get this to Disley on the right. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here's Williams on the return. He'll get across the 20, getting down at the 23-yard line. Steelers offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Austin brought in motion. First down for Aaron. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
A first down throw from Rodgers. Forced out wide. And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They face second down and 7. On play action, Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
17 yards on that play. That's a Steeler first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. That mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Here's Gainwell. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Khalil Mack, multiple-time All-Pro there on the tackle.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers.
56-yard attempt.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Steelers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This is Hassan Haskins to return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Chargers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Finding room at the 35. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. With Deshaun Elliott on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Right side and hauled in by McConkey.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Disley is the man in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. 22 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Hassan Haskins, the ball carrier. Patrick Queen on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 26-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Again, they'll go with Haskins. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
There on the tackle.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. That one complete to McConkey. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll go for it. It's Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
A handoff, and this is Vidal. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
Chuck Clark on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Herbert. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
Shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Now from a yard farther back, it's 3rd and goal. Pistol here to Herbert. Exiting the... and he will take this one across into the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Kicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers are able to cut into the deficit.
Steelers 31, Chargers 17.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Rodgers. Check this down to Gainwell out of the backfield.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Rodgers to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds they've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take it over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run with Haskins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Disley is the man in motion. Now it's Herbert. Short throw taken in by Disley. And he'll be taking the 1st down.
The Chargers.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Derek Harmon on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for.
Incomplete.
And that'll set up 4th down.
I say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. He'll get to the edge, but unsuccessfully stopped there for no gain.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Rodgers. That's taken in by Connor Hayward. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the 4th quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
The ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers now. He finds Austin with the grab. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. He will have a Steelers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Steeler first down.
On the ground, this is Warren. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd
He's
down.
tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A run with Gainwell. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 5. Now Rodgers. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
A 47-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
17.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Davis now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense about ready to take over once more. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now Herbert. He connects with Disley. From up and down, just shy of the 40.
A gain of 10
It's
yards.
a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 17 yards. First down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Herbert to throw. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Intended for Kamani.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a yard. Herbert to the air again. And that is incomplete.
Intended for
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Throwing again, Herbert. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
That's another Chargers.
Yes, it's really well executed here, and you see this in so many offenses around the league. Like these slant routes are either built in or what they call hot routes or sight routes. The receiver sees the blitz, and they break their route off. It gives an easy target for the quarterback, and it gives great opportunity for run after catch.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
11
A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
Chargers first down.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the goal line and in. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Point after now from Dicker.
Extra point.
His kick is good. And the Chargers are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Steelers 34, Chargers 24.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 20-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Once again, it's Warren. And he's got another one. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His big night continues. His third touchdown of the game. And making a hat trick. That is his third rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
24.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Haskins now to return. They get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Chargers offense and veteran Keenan Allen set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
12 yards.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Perfect. He'll get this to Disley on the right.
Complete to Will Disley. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Herbert. To the left side. Catch made by McConkey. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one. And he's got his team a first down.
And the Chargers.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. There's that man again. Another catch. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their second. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Herbert to the air again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Here's 1st and 10. Disley is the man in motion. Now Herbert again. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Here's Herbert. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Their own 29-yard line.
Rodgers will take a knee, and that should do it. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from SoFi.